Alrighty, so today I got a shipment in from eBay for my floating um, aquarium plants. I ordered two different species. I ordered Amazonian frogbit, which I'm going to pull out right here. I didn't really want to have to grab it up like this. So this is Amazonian frogbit. It is a floating plant. It multiplies from shoots or runners, which you can actually see one right here. Pretty reasonable. I think I paid like $8 for them offline. I'm not sure what exactly I paid, but I did get these off eBay and everything. So I got that, and then I also got some Salvinia, I believe is how it's pronounced, and it's this plant here. If I can get my camera to focus on this, here we go. Now to hold still. This is another floating plant, and it gets these texture. Oops, I dropped it, and this is why I put down paper towel. So it gets these really textured leaves on it. It does look a lot like duckweed to me. However, I can very easily tell it's not duckweed and that it is that it's Salvinia because of the textured leaves. From my understanding, and I am no aquatic plant expert by no means, they do both of these grow really fast and pretty rapidly, which is kind of why I got them. I want them to go all over the top of my fry tank, and then for me to actually have in my tubs with my adults to kind of help with the filtration some on it, even though I don't have filters on my tanks with my adults. But I do really vigorous water changes on them. So I got these. I think I ordered them Tuesday night. Tuesday night, Wednesday morning maybe, is when I ordered them. It is now Friday, and I received them, so they came in the mail really quickly, which is always good. And they came alive and healthy. They're floating. They weren't melted or disintegrated or dead and dying, so they were good healthy plants. However, and this is where I went wrong. I usually quarantine everything. Anytime I get a new fish, I get a new snail, I get anything that's going in my tanks, especially if it's going in my fry tank. I quarantine everything. Well, I was half asleep when I opened these up this morning, and I opened them up in another tank, rinsed them off because there was some gunk on them from shipping where maybe a leaf or two had withered out. I rinsed them off and I just put them in my fry tank without quarantining them. About an hour later, I looked in my fry tank and I saw something horrifying. I saw two things. The first thing that I saw really isn't that big of a deal to me, and that was that there were little black worms in my tank. That doesn't bother me because my betta fry were already picking them off and were eating them, so that was fine. I did also notice that there was some water fleas or some sort of like water beetles in them. Again, that I'm not concerned with, because the Betafry will pick those little bugs off and the worms off, and you know, they're not going to hurt my tank. But what was absolutely mortifying was the fact that there was a dragonfly nymph that had actually came in on these plants. And if you don't, and I don't have it, I did not think to record this. My first thoughts is not, hey, let's grab a camera. My first thoughts was, this thing's going to kill my fish. I'm going to get it taken care of before it kills any of my fry off. But a dragonfly nymph is essentially a stage of the dragonfly and damselfly metamorphosis. And these things eat baby fry. They eat baby fish. They eat other crustaceans. They will, in my little 10-gallon aquarium, the 3 dragonfly nymphs would have wreaked havoc on them. So fortunately, I got them taken care of. I was able to squish them and get them out of my tank. So, moral of the story, if you order anything, or you are putting anything new into your tank, it doesn't matter who you get it off of. If you get it off a friend, if you get it off of eBay, if you get it off whoever, always quarantine everything. No, I would not have thought that putting some floating plants in my tank, which I have here. So you see, I got several frog bit, and then all of this is the salvinia. You know, I would not have thought something as simple as putting in some floating plants could have caused and wreaked such havoc, but it did. So quarantine everything, set up little systems. I had plenty of tubs. I could have set up a little tub, put some clean water in it, put it in there, monitored it for all of this. But you know, hopefully you can learn from my mistakes and don't do this. And you know, I'm not going to bash the eBay seller, because quite frankly, the person I dealt with, they seemed very nice. And it was my mistake. You know, I was told that, you know, they had been grown in a tank indoors, but given the fact that there was water fleas and dragonfly nymphs in there, they clearly were harvested from an outdoor tubbing system or an outdoor pond, which is cool. That's great. You know, it's a good way to grow these plants out and stuff. But you know, it is what it is. It was my mistake for not quarantining them before introducing them to my system. So I'm going to end with that today. Please like, comment, subscribe. I really need subscribers. Please subscribe. If you know anybody else that likes fish and bettas and snails, send them to my channel. I'm trying to do as many videos as I can. And thank you.